Alright guys, so we're doing another super shelter. We're in about the same spot. We're going to be between these two trees. I'm just digging out. We got about 5.5 inches of snow right here. So we're going to dig out this area and we're going to do a super shelter. Pretty good spot, and we'll just keep you along as we go. Keep you up to date with what we're doing out here. Alright guys, here's what we're using to create the super shelter. On the far right we got a 10 by 10 camo tarp. Then we got our clear plastic tarp that's 10 by 25 and it's 3.5 mil. And then we got our mylar blanket and some duct tape. We'll keep you along. So far we got our back wall, 2 side poles, and a ridge pole, and Sammy's just tying down the side poles, and then we're going to put a middle support beam right there so our tarp isn't sagging too much. And then we'll throw down our mylar and that tarp, and then we also have another one of those tarps in the gator, and we're going to lay it down so we're not getting all of our gear wet. Okay, we got our mylar tarp on, and now big tarp has to go on top. Alright guys, the 10 by 10 is on. Let's bring it around here and show you. So that's what it looks like so far. The mylar's underneath it. And you can see we got that pole going through there. Time for the plastic tarp.
Here we are, just rolling the extra plastic here up to give us a nice little base here on the bottom.
So keep it nice and tight down here.
Help us keep the heat in during the night.
Yes, sir. Nice. Alright guys, the shelter's come to completion. We got our clear tarp on, and then we added some extra. So we threw it on the back and on the sides. Then we had just this little blue tarp that we put on the side for a little door. Over here we had extra plastic. And then at the bottom we kind of just piled in snow and sticks to keep it down. Pretty happy with what we got right now. A lot of firewood to be collected. We're going to make a fire reflector also. But we're really happy with what we got done. Alright, now I'll take you inside for an inside view. Got that tarp down, my sleeping bag, and then my bag, his bag, and he's getting all this stuff out right now. But now it's time to really get cooking. We gotta get a lot of firewood to last us through the night, and also we gotta get firewood for lunch we're gonna have soon. And we gotta make a fire reflector still. So we really gotta start booking it. That's what we're going to go do right now though. Alright guys, we've been working pretty hard, getting a lot of wood collected. We got the reflector done. We're just going to sit down here, catch our breath, kind of rest our arms. A lot of sawing really goes towards your shoulder. So we're going to have a couple snacks, get rehydrated, and head back out. We got a lot of wood collected so far. We did pretty good. Just take a quick break and then we'll get back to it. Okay, so far for firewood, got these little pieces, some bigger ones over there, and some super nice dry ones that Sammy's been chopping up. Right now, he's gonna go find more of that kind of stuff, and I'm gonna start splitting. You can see just how much it's been snowing out here. There's a good little layer on top of the tarps, but we're expected 4 to 5 inches tonight.
Yeah.
It's been coming down pretty heavily so far, but we've only really gotten cold once, but we went inside and it was already noticeably warmer when we went and had our little break. Yeah. Just get all the wind. Yeah, so we're not going to start a fire quite yet because we want to save the wood, so we're just going to keep collecting. Alright guys, it's really coming down now, so I just went out and collected those big pieces of bark and I just laid over top of all of our fire prep. This will just keep all the snow off it, keep it dry, keep it ready for us when we need it.
Alright, about time to get the fire started. Just got a little birch bark there. Crumpling it up a little bit. That way it'll take a spark. We can get going with the fire steel. He's got some wood shavings down there on the log. That'll just help with the birch bark. Got a lot of wood collecting done. It's doing pretty good right now, so we'll probably go back and get a little bit more later, just for something to do.
Right here we got our pencil to pencil lead sizes. This is probably a little bit bigger than a thumb right there. We had some bark over it trying to keep it dry, but it didn't work too well. So we'll just try getting this started. Just keep going up in sizes until we got some really big ones right there. Alright, and we're going to get this started with my brand new fire steel from firesteel.com. I'm excited to use this, my first one. I still got my Gerber one because it had the striker right on there. I didn't order mine with the striker this time, so you gotta be careful. There's a lot of pieces to lose right there.
Alright, Drew just got her going. Got the pencil lead sized ones on there, and he's piling a couple bigger ones on there. It's taken off pretty well, it looks like. So, we'll check back in with you later.
Alright, now that we got a nice fire going, we're starting to move a lot of the bigger stuff and some of the more wet stuff right up next to it, just so it'll dry off by the time we need it. But we're not going to start a huge fire quite yet. We're going to preserve most of the firewood for the nighttime.
Yep.
We just got to still get a bed of coals going for our dinner though. With all this wood stacked up on each side, not only does it dry out our firewood, it also acts as a wind barrier and kind of two more fire reflectors, if you will. It kind of just traps all the heat to make sure it's going towards our shelter. A lot of that snow is melting off of it. When you step inside, you can tell there's a difference in warmth. Right now, we thought, what the hell, why not just go grab some more firewood? Better safe than sorry. And I'd rather be cozier in there than have to go out at a later time and go get firewood. So that's just what we're doing now. We'll eat dinner in a little bit. Another smart thing to do, especially in the winter time when you're working with snow all day, hang up your gloves on your fire reflector, so that way the heat goes and dries them off. Now I also got them up there because it is nice and toasty up there. All the snow is melting too. So that's one way to dry them off. I can see a good coals forming down there. We're going to be cooking up some steaks and soup tonight. I am steaming in here. Sammy, how you feeling?
Oh, it is warm.
You can just really just feel that fire come right through. Alright, so we're gonna keep the fire going on the left side, and we're gonna start cooking on the right side over the coals. Alright, there's dinner. We got our 2 steaks right there. 2 cans of chicken and rice right there. Sammy's about to throw her on for us.
You want to just do the soup first?
Nah, kind of, yeah. Nice and charred. Nice. Alright, we got quite the buffet going. We got some soup over there. That's both what Sam's eating. Got my steak then, and then my soup. Sam, how excited are you for this meal?
Oh, this meal, I have high expectations, and as of now, it looks like they're meeting those expectations.
Alright guys, quick look at what I'm sleeping on. So we got our tarp down there. Above that, I got my new Thermarest trail light. First time using that. On top of that, and on the outside, I have my Coleman positive 20 bag. Inside that, I have a positive 30 bag, and then inside that I have a warm little blanket and also a pillow. And then Sam's stuff that he's working with. Sammy, what do you got?
Alright, it's on the bottom here. It's just, I don't even know what it is. Just a camp mattress, I believe they call it. It just self-inflates and a little pillow here. On the outside, I got my Cabelas Neg 30 bag. So
should be pretty warm with that.
Yeah.
30. I don't think we're getting anywhere close to that.
And then the inside, this is a positive 40 bag. So that's just a little extra. And
Is that Ozark Trail?
That is indeed an Ozark Trail. And then I just got 2 little pillows in here.
Nice. Should stay pretty warm, especially with all the heat that's coming in from out there. We just toss on a couple of the bigger logs, and she's nice and toasty. On the agenda for tonight, we got some fruit snacks we're gonna dive into. Also some combos, all different kinds. I think pizza, and then cheddar and pretzel, and cheddar and cracker, and then airheads, I believe, for each of us. I don't know if we're gonna get through all that, but to do, we have a miniature chess set, and inside of that we have a deck of cards. Alright guys, we've been chilling in the shelter for a little bit, but now it's time to go out, throw a couple more logs on, and we're also gonna get some snow and melt it to make into water. Alright, while we're out there, we cleared off all the snow that was built up on top, and there's actually a good puddle from all of it melting and sliding down, and it built up right here. So we just went and cleaned all that off. And also I got a pot filled with snow and just put in the coals, and we're gonna get some water boiled up before bedtime, and I'll probably just go get that out when we go stoke the fire next. But we put a couple good sized logs on there, so that should hold us over for a while. Alright, we're just getting our snow that we melted. I pour it right in my Nalgene, and we're gonna have to get a couple more, you can tell. Alright guys, it's 8 o'clock, and it's about 32 degrees outside right now. At least that's what my phone's saying. But we got it pretty nice in here. I'm out of my sleeping bag. I got my normal jacket off, but I'm about ready to take this one off, to be honest. I don't know, 55, 65 degrees in here. I don't really know. We don't got a thermometer or anything in here, but it's definitely cooking. We got our boots and gloves just sitting right in front of the reflector. They're drying off right now. They're about dry, but we go outside every about 20-25 minutes and put more logs on, and at that pace I think we should be good to make it through most of the night. Alright guys, it's getting pretty toasty in here. I lost my other jacket now, so I'm just down my fleece shirt. Sam's lost his sweatshirt. He's just rocking one shirt. It's pretty toasty in here.
It was nice.
We're also at combos. We've been munching on those pretty hard. But yeah, it's just nice and warm and dry in here, and I'm calling this a big success. What's up guys? It's about 1 in the morning, and the fire's completely died out, so we're just gonna go and stir it up and get it going again. Morning everybody, it's day 2. We woke up about 3 times last night to stoke the fire, and the last time we came out and threw the rest of them on, and you can see we got nothing left. Even the fire reflector went up. But yeah, worst part of the trip right now, we have to clean everything up and head out. but it's something you gotta do. So we'll just take apart the shelter, disperse the logs, and get on out of here. Well guys, this concludes our super shelter build. This is where it was. We threw all the sticks back there. Worked out perfectly in my mind. We got a little wet during the night. Didn't bother us at all. We didn't get cold. Huge fire out front. I'm proud of how much wood we collected. We had a rip-roaring fire the entire time. We built it the exact size we wanted this time. Wasn't too long. We cooked up some good food. Just all around great trip. Glad we went out and did this and got it right this time.
Yeah, I was very satisfied with these couple days we were out here. Got a lot done. Got better at what we do in the woods now, I think.
Hopefully we can come out again soon. But for now, that's it. Thanks for watching. If you like it, tell us with likes, comment, or subscribe, and we'll see you next time.